a plane. I ain't talking to nobody talking about cookies.
What?
No.
Hold on.
Yep, groovy.
Hold
Soak
the
it
hell
in.
up, bro. Ain't no way in hell this story is true.
Yeah.
Dog. This nigga was crying over some cookies and ice cream. Cookies?
Yup.
Milk and cookies.
Over some damn cookies?
Wait. This bum left the heat because
He left the heat over some cookies?
Yup.
Cookies?
Milk and cookies.
Soft.
S-O-F capital T. Soft.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
It's the Drippy gentleman.
Should've known you was in here. I saw the dripping from the driveway.
Follow the drip.
Stay cool like how you be cool, right?
Follow the drip.
Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
Back with another one. What's up, YouTube? What's going on, good people? How you doing today? Hope everybody's feeling good and feeling great. Today we're gonna take a different turn. We're gonna speak on a topic that I haven't spoken on this channel yet, but been very eager to do so. We're gonna talk a sports topic. So yeah, today's topic is LeBron. Mr. LeBron, I am not the GOAT, James. Yes, that man is not the GOAT. Okay, we need to put this to rest. This has been an ongoing topic recently on YouTube. A lot of YouTubers are speaking on this. Let's give a big shout out to Real Mind Crime, one of my favorite channels. Let's give another big shout out to She Love Groovy, another one of my favorite channels that speaks on LeBron, as well as another channel that speaks on him, 93Z. Salute to those channels. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to their original videos. I'm gonna use some of their speaking points and topics in this video to make my point. But there are many reasons why so many people feel and think that LeBron James is not the GOAT. I have many reasons as to why I think he's not the GOAT as well. And I know this is gonna sound a little crazy to anybody who knows me personally, because for a very long time, I have been a big fan and rooter for LeBron James. All through the Miami years, more specifically, yeah. During the Miami years, I was definitely really strong LeBron James fan. But I just gotta be honest, man. I'm a millennial. I was born in the 80s. I witnessed Michael Jeffrey Jordan's entire basketball career, and there is no comparison, man. Like, personally, I feel like they should compare LeBron James to a player like Magic Johnson.
I don't think LeBron should be compared to Michael Jordan either.
Right.
I think LeBron should be compared to Magic Johnson.
Right, I agree with that.
I think that, whoever started that up got it totally wrong, man. LeBron is not no damn Michael Jordan.
That's right.
That's a more fitting comparison, and even if you do that, Magic will probably win because 5 is more than 4. But that's another story for another day. I don't think we should compare Michael Jordan to LeBron James. And today I'm going to talk about the aspect of this conversation in a way nobody has really spoken about. And this is why I feel LeBron James is not the GOAT. It's about mindset, it's about character, and it's about heart. At the end of the day, I feel like these 3 things are major aspects as to why Michael Jordan and players like Kobe Bryant, as well as Shaquille O'Neal, as well as Allen Iverson, why players like this are deemed killers, why they're considered killers and assassins, not just the way they play, but their mentality, their approach, their heart, their mindset towards the game. And I've watched a lot of things that LeBron James has done that shows me that man is not the GOAT.
bitch.
So, first of all, it's in his gameplay. Like, I can see it in his gameplay. I'm from New York, Harlem, born and raised. Shout out to all my New York natives. Shout out to everybody on the East Coast as well. But the one thing that New York breeds is point guards. More specifically, point guards.
New York City is the home of fashion, hip-hop, bagels, and point guards.
Point guards. Okay? One aspect of being a point guard is handle. So being from New York, being from a place where handles are very important. Everybody knows about Rucker Park, skip to Malu. We already know how it goes down. You will get skated on, right? Them ankles will get checked. Straight like that. Being that that's a major aspect from my childhood because that's where I'm from, I saw that as a hole in LeBron James' game very early. LeBron James' handle is very shaky.
Very much in this game at all. Just a third of the game. How about this?
What is that? What is that? What is that?
Oh shit, what is that?
Very, 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 very shaky. That man, there's no finesse to his game. He has none of that Kobe, none of that Jordan, none of that AI. He has none of that. It's just straight locomotive, straight to the beeline to the basket. He uses his height, his weight, and his, you know what I mean, his speed to just bulldoze and get his way there. He's a good maneuverer, good finisher, but at the end of the day, there's no finesse to his game. There's not many times you're going, like, I don't feel like no defender really has to worry about touching gravel or touching the floor when you're guarding LeBron James. His bag is not that deep, even though for some unknown reason he seems to think that his bag is that deep. Whatever.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
But LeBron James is not a killer. Lacking in the handle aspect. And I used to think that he was a great player because it seems that he does everything. It's like the rebounding, the assists, how he, helps everybody be great. But in reality, he's not that great. And when you really look at a deep dive into the stats and the comparison between Jordan and LeBron, the only thing that LeBron wins in is longevity. Past that, there's no debate here. He's not the GOAT. But back to the points that I want to make about mindset, heart, and character.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Before I say this, I'm gonna preface this by saying these are my thoughts, and I'm not trying to defame LeBron or anybody that I'm gonna speak on or use it as an example. I'm not trying to defame their character and make them seem like they're just horrible people. We're not trying to do that. Nor am I trying to defame their parents, their childhood, or any way. I'm not trying to do that. Speak ill of these people. I'm just using this as a talking point because I feel it's a very valid point in regards to this GOAT conversation. Now, this is one of the reasons why I think LeBron James is not the GOAT, and he doesn't have that GOAT mindset like a player such as Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. Just like everybody's life, their story to their life begins with their childhood. Every NBA player's life, their story to their life begins with their childhood. I say that to say why I feel LeBron James doesn't have the GOAT mentality, mindset, character, or heart. It's because of how he was raised. LeBron James, we all know, grew up without his dad. He was raised by a single mother. Strong mother. Salute her. She raised a good one. She raised arguably one of the greatest players, if not the GOAT, what some people think the greatest player of all time. Much salute to Gloria James. But being that I'm a child, or a man who was raised as a child without a dad, I see certain things in LeBron James' character. I know we all see how emotional LeBron James is.
James with the step, challenges him. Offensive foul, and LeBron James running back down the court. It's got to be a technical. Yeah, he's hitting a technical. Absolutely, it has to be a technical.
Recently, on a podcast, Dwight Howard and Mario Chalmers spoke about how soft they feel LeBron James is based on their experiences, and they've talked about some of these experiences.
What did you say?
Stop acting like a bitch. That's it.
All right.
I said that, man, and I got kicked off the Lakers, so I know how you feel, nigga.
I got bitched for the whole game, bro. It's just like certain things you can't say.
You can't say that. I said that one time, and I was off the team.
Yeah, let GM get him out of.
Damn, bro, that's the year after we won the championship, man.
That's what happened?
But it was not. For real, that's what happened.
It happened on defense, huh?
It happened on defense.
Yeah,
and I was like, yo, you got to get back. And he got mad because I said something. And I was like, yo, stop acting like a bitch, man. God damn.
Yeah, that sounds like exactly what happened with us.
All we doing is talking. It ain't like I'm trying to come at your manhood or anything like that. It's just
That's what shocked me the most. Is like when he got up, I'm like, really? Like you getting up towards me? Like,
Nigga, I'm from Alaska, nigga.
hey, you ain't not saying nothing disrespectful.
We get to mix those snowballs at your ass, nigga.
But I ain't about to back down. Like, hold on, bro. Like,
Nah, for sure, yeah.
Like, nah, it ain't going like that.
He's talking about this situation right here, fanboys. Remember, he called him a bitch. Like, nigga, you acting like a bitch. He got up, tried to get tough with Mario Chalmers off that roid rage. Look at him, pathetic. Gonna try to come at Mario Chalmers because he wants you to play defense. Y'all was down 15 in this game to the Pacers. Paul George and David West was giving y'all that work. But thank God you had Dwayne Wade to score 32 points as him and Ray Allen actually won this game. LeBron didn't score. His last bucket in the fourth quarter came with 10 minutes left. Knock it off. Dwayne Wade saved this bomb.
What that would have told me as a ball player is LeBron James not even thinking about basketball right now. Basketball is the farthest thing from his mind. Because instead of logically take that in and realize, oh, I'm not playing good defense. Let me check that. My own teammate is seeing that I'm my mind's somewhere else. Let me get my head back in the game. No, I want to jump in your face and prove that I'm not no B. A trait that comes often in men who were what? Raised without their father.
What do you mean by that?
Men who are raised without their father tend to be very emotional. And one thing that men who are raised without their father do a lot of times is they think they're being macho by being tough and jumping up and taking all the air in their chest.
And I don't like you swelling all up and all. What's all this swell up shit? What's that about? What you taking in all this air for, Claude? What you feeling, huh? What's on your mind, huh?
In reality, they're showing just how emotional and how feminine they truly are. Because true men don't act off their emotions. True men acknowledge their emotions, but they never act on them. True men act off their logic and their thoughts. True men are led by their mind. Jordan, mindset. Kobe, mindset. See what I'm saying? So personally, I feel like LeBron James' childhood is why he don't have that killer mentality in him. See, there are some cases where you can be raised without your father and become a killer. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal was not raised with his daddy, his biological father. We all know how dominant Shaq was. And we all know ain't no bitch in Shaq at all. We all know this, and we've known this for a very long time. Ain't nothing soft about Shaq. Absolutely not. See, there's some cases when you can be raised without a father and you can turn out to be a killer like Shaq. And there are other cases when you can be raised without a father and you can be very emotional. You can still be a great player. You can still be a great player, but you can be very emotional. And in those emotions, that can cause you to have a lack of mindset, heart, and character in times of need to be a true killer. How many times have we seen LeBron James throw full-blown temper tantrums over foul calls? I don't think I've ever seen Jordan do that. Ever. LeBron James mad? Michael Jordan mad.
That's why when I do it to you. I just do it to you.
Ignore this guy. He's done true. He's overplayed.
The fear factor of MJ was so thick.
See the difference? LeBron James mad.
He's saying it was touched last by Denver. Darvin Ham not going to challenge it though. And LeBron really.
Kobe Bryant mad.
He had his 15th rescinded the other day, so he has 14. Now he's back to 15.
Yeah, so if he were to get another one tonight, he would be suspended for tomorrow.
Now, if he gets one tomorrow in Sacramento, he will be suspended for the first game of next season.
See, there's a difference there. You see what I'm saying? Another example of what I'm saying. Another person. Again, I'm not trying to defame this man's character or speak about his mama or nothing, but we all know how emotional Kevin Durant is. No daddy. Now on the basketball court, there's no denying that Kevin Durant is a killer. Easy money sniper. See, there are instances, right, where it can work in your favor, and then there are instances where you can just see just how emotional that these guys really are. You making burner accounts? Really, bruh? You care about what a fan in Oklahoma say about you, bro? Like,
you sound like a bitch. Bitch.
See? All of these things are traits of people who are born without daddies. Very emotional. And I feel like this comes from the more younger generation in regards to players like Kobe, in regards to players like Shaq, in regards to players like Michael Jordan. LeBron James and Kevin Durant are from the millennial generation, my generation, way more emotional. Like, I'm just be real, like I already know how I was, and I still struggle with. I was an emotional ass kid.
Now you know when you get smacked when you're a kid, you get hyped. When you get by yourself, you gonna smack me, bitch? In front of my friends? You gonna smack me? I was emotional. I was an emotional ass kid. I'm running away. That's it. I packed the bag and everything. You know how many times I packed the bag with a toy? I packed the bag with one toy. I'm out. I'm sick of it. Me and He-Man are out.
Like emotional as fuck. Emotional ass kid. Right? Came from not having daddy around. Being raised around feminine and female energy all the time. That's what tends to happen. So this is just my theory. What do I know though? I'm just a broke middle class brother from Harlem, New York. Like what do I know? I'm just saying. This is just my theory. This is how I see it. I personally think that that's a major factor into why LeBron James is so emotional and why LeBron James just don't have that killer, that dog, that assassin mentality in him. I've only seen it in him one time. I've been watching LeBron James. I watched Michael Jordan's entire career, Kobe's entire career, Shaq. I've been watching basketball for a very long time. It all started with the Bad Boy Pistons. Back then, it was a whole different era. Personally, 80s and 90s was the best eras of basketball to ever exist.
That's right.
Debate me, fight me, I don't really care. If you wasn't alive to witness Michael Jeffrey Jordan, I can see why you think LeBron is the GOAT. Makes sense, but he's not. If you weren't alive to witness it, I can understand why you come to that conclusion. Hopefully, with some research and some extensive YouTube highlight footage, you can come to the light just like the rest of us and realize what we've always known, that Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the best basketball player to ever touch a basketball. He's the most complete basketball player to ever touch a basketball. There are no flaws in his game whatsoever. He plays defense and offense. That man won Defensive Player of the Year while averaging 35 points a game.
God damn! So you must go. That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
GOAT. Nah, basically. So, this is just my theory. LeBron don't have that in him. I've only seen LeBron show that killer in him one time. Game 6, Boston. They was facing elimination. If they lost that game in Boston, Miami would have went home. And I believe that would have been the second year in a row that this whole, not 3, not 4,
not 5, not 6, not 7.
Wow, that whole premise would have got killed. It would have been 2 years in a row, because the first year he cracked against Dallas, and this year he was about to lose to Boston. That man showed up in Boston a different man. I have never seen LeBron James like that. Before that, I haven't seen him like that since. No smiles, no talking. He had that snarl, that stare, like a lion in the bush staring at his prey about to pounce. He came in and dropped 45. The game was over before the first half, though. All because of him. Completely unstoppable. Now, if LeBron James played like that the entire time we've known him, now we have a GOAT conversation. That's my opinion. But past that, I have not seen LeBron James show no killer mentality. I've seen too much footage and stories. This man left Miami over cookies.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never seen a grown man turn up over some cookies like that before.
What? Yeah, I'm watching.
That face you got right there, that's the same face everybody had to play. Everybody was like,
He was mad about some cookies.
Up. Okay.
What kind of cookies was he?
Some chocolate
Sugar
chip.
cookies?
This nigga was mad about some cookies?
You didn't know?
Ain't no way in hell LeBron James
How you didn't know?
crashed out over some damn cookies.
How did you not know?
This can't be true.
Yeah,
bro.
it's true.
Boy, I'm saying this man used to get on the plane with two bowls of chocolate chip cookies, about 8 in each one. Get 2 scoops of ice cream from the back.
Damn.
And tear that joint up. I'm talking about nigga go through some cookies and ice cream. So when they took that, when they took that,
nigga threw a temper tantrum?
if that nigga mad, you better get out his way. I don't ever want to see him mad like that.
Damn.
That nigga sat on the plane. I ain't talking to nobody talking about cookies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. I've never heard a better story of entitlement ever, man. Ever. I ain't talking to nobody till I get my cookies. And if you think Mario is just doing this out of spite, no, man. His boy Dwayne Wade confirmed this also.
This is the moment this was the first moment where I had an inkling that Brian may not be back. One thing you don't do is f with LeBron cookies. No. This is serious. Like, he loves chocolate chip cookies. Like, chocolate chip cookies and ice cream he loves, right? And so when he gets on the plane, Brian walks on the plane with a bag of food. One bag is all cookies, and the other bags are what his chef has prepared for him to eat, because he eats a certain way. He don't eat what's on the plane.
Yeah.
But he have his cookies. So we get on the plane, and we play cards at the front of the plane. We play cards, and then at some point, Brian gonna be like, "Hey, bring me those cookies." And this one day, he was like, "Hey, where my cookies at?" And they had to come up there and whisper in his ear and tell him there weren't no more cookies on the plane.
Yeah.
That motherfucker sat back away from the game. He pushed that cards back. He sat there quiet, doing his head like this. I was looking, I'm like, he ain't play cards no more. He sat there like this.
It's like, you gotta know, if this card game gets shut down, it's serious.
Oh yeah,
it's serious.
If this card game gets shut down, it's serious.
No.
Hold on.
Yep, groovy.
Hold
Soak
the
it
hell
in.
up, bro. Ain't no way in hell this story is true.
Yeah.
Dog. This nigga was crying over some cookies and ice cream. Grown ass man. 6'8", 6'9", 250. Bitching about some cookies?
Yup.
What?
Yup.
Man, wait. This bum left the Heat because
he left the Heat over some cookies?
Yup.
Nigga, what?
Once again, Dwayne Wade confirmed it.
couldn't get cookies and ice cream on the plane no more.
Yup. I'm not talking to nobody till I get my milk and cookies back. Yup.
I said, where you going? He said, to get some milk and cookies.
You got mad over some damn cookies? Cookies?
You sound like a bitch. Bitch.
See, this is why I personally feel like LeBron James is soft as baby
SOF capital T. Soft.
Soft. Mentally, character, heart. He's soft. Cookies.
American cook.
Kobe would never. Jordan would never. And if Michael Jordan just so happens to want chocolate chip cookies and ice cream on the plane ride, I think we all know there would be chocolate chip cookies and ice cream on that plane. Just the fact that they aren't available to you, me personally, I feel like, does the GM really view you as the GOAT? Exactly. So that's just me. But like I said, what do I know? I'm just a broke middle class brother from Harlem, New York. What do I know? All I know is Michael Jordan is the GOAT and LeBron James is not. That man is soft.
What I said, I spell it. SOF capital T. Soft.
Better whoop a call to the Bammies, cause the Cammy Towns are bitty on the panty style. What the fuck that even mean, man?
I don't know!
It's the Drippy Gentleman.
No use it. I saw the dripping from the driveway.
Stay drippy. Follow the drip.
Follow the drip. Follow the drip.